I'm Jon.
And I'm Kyle. Live cold.
Live cold. So we're both founders. We're not the only founders, but we're some of the founders of ARKTK ColdWear. Kyle's actually the head of product, so he's involved with a lot of the decisions. He made most of the decisions on materials, on the look, the functionality, the choices of thickness on the neoprene, all these different things behind the 0 degree short. We're actually in his basement right now where he made a lot of those decisions. Let's get into who is this product for. So beginners, people just getting into cold plunging, great product for you.
Is it just for beginners?
No, we'll get to the next person, but right now let's talk about beginners. For beginners, this is a great way to kind of get yourself doing it. Because let's face it, cold plunging is really hard to do. You don't want to do it.
It sucks, Jon.
Yeah, exactly. But then it's great. It sucks, but it's also great. So this, for a beginner, is an awesome way to really get into a routine of doing it consistently, right?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, look, you won't get it until you get it. And the only way to get it is to get in.
Exactly. And then let's talk about people who've been doing it for a while. This is also a great product for someone who's an experienced cold plunger, right?
Well, look, for the experienced guy that's going 2-3 minutes, this is going to let you push to 3 or 4, This is going to help you stay consistent, doing it daily, wanting to drive to do it more daily.
All the time.
All the time.
Absolutely. And that's key, is doing it consistently. And also for advanced people, this is going to help you do some more crazy, cool, awesome, adventurous stuff. Like, we've cold plunged in frozen waterfalls and rivers, and we go to the ocean all the time.
Dude, give me a bucket and some ice and I'm in it.
But like, this is gonna give you an opportunity to kind of like take things to the next level with your cold plunging. So great for the beginner, great for the experienced person. And then also athletes, people who are training all the time. We hear from a lot of athletes who are like, I have to cold plunge, but I don't want to.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely that whole faction of people that are by contract obligated to cold plunge, but necessarily wouldn't be cold plunging if they didn't have to.
Exactly. So those are really the people that we built this for. I'm sure there's other people out there, but those who are the people that we had in mind when we made this product.
100%.
Okay, so what's the problem that this thing solves? Well, let's first talk about how hard it is to get into the cold plunge, right? So like, just having that mental barrier is a really big issue for a lot of people.
Huge.
Who wants to get up, they're in their warm bed and just get outside and get into a cold plunge? It's a hard thing to do. So having a piece of gear that takes the edge off just a little bit, we have found that really breaks down that mental barrier in a big way. It gets people into the cold plunge more often.
Also, too, when you're in that cold plunge, the body tends to pool blood towards the center of the body. So you're losing blood in your hands, your feet, and for the boys.
And there are real risks to like putting your extremities through serious cold. So we actually did a shoot not that long ago. You might have seen it. It involves a flamethrower. But it also involves a scene where I have to go into a frozen waterfall, and we're in upstate Massachusetts in the Berkshires. It's freezing cold. I have to walk out on this ice shelf and get into this, moving water. It's so cold.
And to be honest, I couldn't be more excited that you decided to take that scene.
And then I get out and I'm in the cold for like another 15 minutes while we're doing stuff. So I had some issues with that. I wasn't wearing anything on my feet. I had loss of sensation for like 2 to 3 weeks on the bottom of my feet because of that. And that is a serious issue you can run into. Like, there is frostbite. There is loss of sensation. There is nerve damage that can be done. And especially when the blood is moving away from those extremities, now you're vulnerable to those things. So there's real risks involved with cold plunging, and those should be taken seriously. And we want people to do this and do it forever and do it in a way that's safe, and they're maximizing all the benefits. And that's really where these shorts, you know that you have that part covered. You know that you're not gonna have any damage done to your body by exposing yourself to extreme cold, especially as you become more advanced and push it further and take it to the next level. So that's definitely something to take into consideration when you get into cold plunging, especially at the advanced levels. Okay, so let's talk about the features of this product. So let's first start with the inner layer on our 0 degree short. Tell us about the inner layer, Kyle.
So for the inner layer, we went through many test trials to figure out what was going to be the best thickness for a neoprene inner layer. We decided on the 1.8 millimeter. We found that gave you just enough comfort, but didn't take too much of the edge off.
You're still getting cold in that area. It's just making it so that it's not so extreme, right?
Right. This is helping you maintain your time and stay in longer and stay consistent, just enough.
And the 1.8 millimeter was also about creating more of a flex and comfortable fit versus a stiff kind of a neoprene vibe, right?
Well, we went with special stitching. This stitching allows for ultimate flexibility. We are trying to make the best, most comfortable short you could possibly wear in the plunge.
And while we're talking about the inner layer, let's just talk about neoprene a little bit. Why did we choose neoprene? Why is neoprene what we use to make the inner layer of our 0 degree short?
That's a great question, Jon, and I'm glad you brought that up. Neoprene traps a thin layer of water against your body, allowing that water to heat up just enough to maintain an extra edge of comfort to keep you in more consistent.
Yeah, so water gets in. It's not like a dry suit. Water gets into the suit. But the thing is that water gets trapped there and it gets closer to your body temperature. And then that gives you that a little bit of warmth versus that shock that you would get if you were just wearing a bathing suit.
Correct, because that's the thing is when you have these pain points, this is what's gonna get you out of the plunge before you can maximize your benefits. So what we came up with is a product to help people just get through that moment so they can stay in just that much longer.
Cool, so that's the inner layer. We talked about the flex fit. We talked about the 1.8 millimeters as the decision we made for the thickness. Any other features we should talk about before we move on to the outer shell?
Well, with neoprene, Jon, there's many different grades of neoprene, and they all come with their strengths and weaknesses. But for us, we didn't want to spare any expense on ours. So we went with the CR neoprene, which is the most premium level of neoprene you can get.
Yeah, we wanted premium through and through on this product, and we really did decide to go all in on the neoprene and get the best version we could get our hands on.
Look, we knew when we went into this, we weren't just going to bring any product to market. We wanted to bring the very best product we could possibly bring to market.
And really, the neoprene is the foundational element of the 0 degree short, so we went all in on that neoprene, making sure we got the best kind.
Yeah, because if the foundation wasn't there, then the whole house would crumble. So we went with the very top line neoprene, and I couldn't be more excited to get this product out there.
Okay, so that's the inner layer. Let's talk about the outer layer. What is special about the outer layer of these shorts, besides the fact that they look really cool? Because look, one of the problems we wanted to fix was, if you're wearing just a neoprene bathing suit when you cold plunge, it looks really bad.
Yeah, they're kind of like almost like jammers for swimming, right?
Yeah.
Like who wants to look cool in those? It's not possible.
Nobody looks cool in those, exactly.
No.
So we went with this as the outer layer. Tell us about that.
So we went through loads and loads of materials through many manufacturers, and we spent endless hours trying to perfect what fabric would A, feel the smoothest, right? You put this up against your face and you know you have something special.
Yeah, it feels great.
We picked a material based on flexibility, moisture wicking, 4-way stretch, anything we can do to bring the best enhanced material to you.
Yeah, it feels good, it looks good, it's got a real athletic vibe to it. I love it. It feels like a short that you would like wear to a CrossFit workout or something like that and then jump into a cold plunge afterwards.
Well, look, anybody that puts something on knows if you feel comfortable in something, you're gonna feel confident.
And the vibe with it too, which I love, is when you put it on, you have like this locked in feeling, and that's something we really wanted to have. Like you feel like you're wearing legitimate gear.
You know you're plunging with purpose now.
Yeah, exactly. And you feel like that confidence when you're walking up to your cold plunge or a frozen waterfall or a beach in the middle of February, whatever it is, like you feel good about it.
You don't need something else to unmotivate you from getting in the plunge. So we made sure these shorts would do the exact opposite and keep you excited.
That actually is a really good point that you don't think about so often, but like just having this gets you excited about getting into the cold plunge and doing it.
That's why we made this with the most premium fabrics and materials, because we knew we wanted to give you guys the confidence to plunge longer, more, and stay consistent.
Kyle, thank you so much,
Jon,
man.
buddy.
Thank you so much for watching. If you want to get a pair of the 0 degree shorts, go to our website. You can actually get a discount right there. And follow along, tell a friend, follow us on social media, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you.
Later, guys.